Oh my goodness, Royal Watchers. Grab your tissues because what I'm about to share today will absolutely touch your heart in ways you never expected. The latest developments in Princess Catherine's cancer journey have revealed something so precious, so pure, that it's making me emotional just thinking about it. And at the center of this beautiful royal story is none other than young Princess Charlotte, who at just 10 years old is showing us all what true love and strength really look like. Now, I know you guys are excited for more. But before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on, guys. What are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP. So now, as we all know, Catherine's cancer journey has been a roller coaster of emotions for the entire royal family. But perhaps no one has been more deeply affected than little Princess Charlotte. At just 10 years old, she's at that tender age where she's old enough to understand that something serious is happening with her mother, but still young enough to feel frightened and confused by the sudden changes in their family dynamic. Can you imagine how difficult that must be for a child? To see your mother, your rock, your role model, going through something so challenging. What's absolutely touched me to my core is how Catherine, despite facing her own monumental health battle, has made such incredible efforts to maintain normalcy for her children, especially for Charlotte. The recent Wimbledon appearance they shared last year was nothing short of magical. A precious mother-daughter moment that fulfilled a long-held promise Catherine had made to Charlotte. According to royal sources, Catherine had promised to take Charlotte to the finals as a special treat, and despite her exhaustion from cancer treatments, she made sure to keep that promise. That's what real motherhood looks like, isn't it? Putting your child's happiness above your own discomfort, even when you're fighting the biggest battle of your life. The way Charlotte has stepped up during this difficult time has been equally remarkable. Body language experts have noted how she's become her mother's wing girl during public appearances, mirroring Catherine's poise and grace. There's a beautiful moment captured during a recent event where Charlotte was seen changing her own pose to mirror her mother's while they stood chatting. The little princess is clearly studying her mother's every move, absorbing those lessons in dignity and royal duty that Catherine embodies so perfectly. It's as if she instinctively knows that her mother needs that extra support right now, and she's rising to the occasion in the most heartwarming way. What I find particularly moving is the subtle ways Catherine has been keeping Charlotte close to her heart, quite literally. During a recent visit to the RHS Wellbeing Garden at Colchester Hospital, Catherine wore her sentimental Bali birthstone necklace, which features a garnet for January, the month of her birth. This same necklace was last seen in a touching video from 2022, where Catherine and her 3 children were baking together for the local community ahead of the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee. These thoughtful choices in jewelry aren't just fashion statements. They're Catherine's way of keeping her children symbolically close to her heart, even when her royal duties take her away from them. The contrast between how Catherine handles motherhood and her royal duties compared to some other royal mothers, I think we all know who I'm talking about, couldn't be more stark. While some people flee the country at the first sign of difficulty, abandoning their duties and trashing the family that welcomed them, Catherine has faced her health crisis with unwavering dignity, never once complaining publicly or seeking sympathy. Even when dealing with cancer treatment, she's focused on how to minimize the impact on her children and how to continue serving the public whenever her health allows. That's what true royal grace looks like. In January of this year, Catherine bravely announced that she was officially in remission, saying, "It is a relief to now be in remission, and I remain focused on recovery." But she was also refreshingly honest about the challenges that still lie ahead, acknowledging that, as anyone who has experienced a cancer diagnosis will know, it takes time to adjust to a new normal. This honesty about her struggle while maintaining her dignity is precisely why we love her so much. She's authentic without being attention-seeking, vulnerable without being self-pitying. Just last week, Catherine made a deeply moving visit to Colchester Hospital where she spoke candidly about her cancer journey for the first time. She described the post-treatment phase as really, really difficult, explaining that you put on a sort of brave face, stoicism through treatment. Treatment's done, then it's like, I can crack on, get back to normal. But actually, the phase afterwards is really, really difficult. She went on to say that you're not necessarily under the clinical team any longer, but you're not able to function normally at home as you perhaps once used to. This rare glimpse into her personal struggle wasn't about seeking sympathy. It was about connecting with other cancer patients and survivors, letting them know they're not alone in these feelings. What made this hospital visit even more special was the symbolic outfit Catherine chose to wear. She selected her beige blasé Milano pinstriped blazer, the very same one she wore in that emotional portrait released in June 2024 during her cancer treatment. The photo, taken by Matt Porteous, showed Catherine standing beneath a tree in Windsor, looking up toward the sky, accompanied by a letter where she admitted she was not out of the woods yet. By re-wearing this significant piece, Catherine was subtly acknowledging her journey, showing how far she's come while remaining honest about the ongoing challenges of recovery. While Catherine has been incredibly brave throughout this ordeal, she's also been wise enough to listen to her body and pace herself accordingly. She recently missed Royal Ascot, prompting some concern from royal watchers, but sources close to the princess explained that she's being sensible, listening to what her body is telling her, and easing back into public life. This measured approach to her recovery is another example of Catherine's maturity and wisdom. She knows that pushing herself too hard too soon wouldn't benefit anyone, least of all her children who need their mother healthy and strong. Speaking of her children, the way Catherine has maintained family traditions despite her health challenges is truly inspirational. The family's vegetable garden has become a special project, with Catherine involving both Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte in growing their own produce. According to royal experts, she's also returned to cooking, particularly her chutney and specialty honey from her beehive, finding these activities therapeutic during her recovery. And perhaps most touchingly, she's returned to playing the piano daily, describing it as the best therapy known to her. These simple, wholesome family activities are helping to create a sense of normalcy for the children during what could otherwise be a frightening time. The relationship between Catherine and Charlotte has taken on an even more special significance this year, with many observers noting how they've begun to coordinate their outfits for major royal events. At this year's Trooping the Color, they appeared in matching aqua ensembles, Catherine in a Catherine Walker coat dress and Charlotte in a lighter aquamarine dress. This subtle coordination sends a powerful message about their close bond, almost as if Catherine is saying, "We're in this together." These twinning moments aren't just adorable photo opportunities. They're visual symbols of the unbreakable connection between mother and daughter. What's particularly striking about Catherine's approach to motherhood during this difficult time is how she's managed to balance protection with preparation. She's clearly shielded her children from unnecessary worry, while also gently preparing Charlotte for her future royal responsibilities. Charlotte is already showing signs of the poise and dignity that will serve her well in years to come, learning directly from her mother's example how to conduct herself with grace under pressure. This is exactly the kind of thoughtful, forward-looking parenting we've come to expect from Catherine and William. The way William has supported Catherine throughout this journey deserves special mention too. He's been an absolute rock, stepping up his royal duties when necessary, while also prioritizing family time and creating space for Catherine to heal. Their partnership is a beautiful example of what marriage should be, supporting each other through life's toughest challenges with unwavering loyalty and love. What a contrast to certain other couples who seem to spend more time complaining about the institution than actually serving it. As Catherine continues her recovery journey, what shines through most clearly is her absolute dedication to her family. Despite her royal status, despite her health challenges, despite the constant scrutiny of the public eye, she remains grounded in what truly matters, the love she shares with William and their children. That foundation of genuine family love is what gives her the strength to face each day's challenges with dignity and grace. For little Princess Charlotte, watching her mother navigate this difficult journey with such courage must be an incredibly powerful lesson. She's learning that even princesses face real-life challenges, that vulnerability isn't weakness, and that true strength comes from facing adversity with dignity rather than running away from it. These are lessons that will serve her well throughout her life, both as a royal and as a woman. So, what can we learn from Catherine and Charlotte's beautiful mother-daughter relationship during this challenging time? Perhaps it's that love truly is the greatest healer, that maintaining normalcy and traditions is vital during times of crisis, that being honest about our struggles doesn't diminish our strength, but rather enhances it, and most importantly, that family bonds can not only survive life's greatest challenges, but can actually grow stronger through them. As Catherine herself said during her hospital visit, cancer recovery is a roller coaster. It's not smooth like you expect it to be. But the reality is, you go through hard times. Through all those hard times, the love between Catherine and her daughter has remained a constant source of strength and comfort for them both. And for that, we can all be grateful. What do you think, Royal Watchers? Has Catherine and Charlotte's relationship during this difficult time touched your heart as deeply as it has mine? Do you have your own stories of mother-daughter bonds that have been strengthened through adversity? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on our beloved royal family. Until next time, keep believing in the healing power of family love.